nightmare. What an absolute bloody nightmare. Absolutely insane. I'm literally paying for the best internet you can get. I think it's like the fastest in the UK, the internet. But for some reason, it's just lately, you know, the last few streams, it's absolutely crazy. Absolutely insane. What happened to Slimmy Slim? Please somebody fill me in. Giving me. Are we back? Are we back, guys? Yeah. Oh, cheers. Yeah. Okay. Let me get rid of this other. Let me get rid of this. I'm hoping that you're not the type of father to suck a Diddy dick to get an Oscar. This is awful, Haley. I'm sorry, your father is not as amazing as he portrayed to be. Diddy's party got to his brain. I know you're brave dealing with someone as dark as him. Pardon him. It's hard to forgive your own father, but it all depends. Keep your soul, cause your daddy didn't and he won't admit it. He's not like us. You should probably listen to Kendrick. Don't need no proof. Were you hacked? I don't know, BCB. I don't know. I'll probably, yeah. Probably Natchy. that was Natchy. That's Natchy getting his revenge. But it ain't worked. So I've got the armor on. I've got the shield, the armor. So. Got me thinking of Puff. Wouldn't be surprised if them tapes start bubbling up. Ain't no telling these celebrities running amok. Oh, use the black community to turn your back on us. Stupidly, you should be preparing for all the scrutiny. Fuck Marsha, faker than space Martians. Ain't you the same lane that disgates the harshest? Switch lanes and started to get paid the largest. Fuck Marshall, thinking of space Martians. I like that. Couldn't raise your daughters a better way to get started. You've been away and it's starting to rot your heart as an artist. A couple albums you dropped been awfully fucking garbage. I already know your responses here. Let me call it. Wouldn't be surprised if you call me racist, homophobic for representing the president that saved us from the coldest communism you can never imagine. And you just voted for the party that left the borders in tragic. So I'm happy to be Dexter Morgan with this hatchet, lyrically assassinating you. Then wrap your ass in plastic. Throw your ass. Right, time for a joint. Time for a chocolate joint. Got half a cup of tea, coffee there. So yeah. In the trunk like the Stan song laughing. Had enough of sellout rappers with all these damn antics. And you ain't the man. I'm like, hey kids, do y'all know what a lib is? Y'all wanna see me slap one for voting Kamala worse than what Diddy did to Drizzy and the rest of the Illuminati committee? I got a bone to pick with you too, Usher. You fucking buster like Mickey D's supporting the trafficking and you loving it. The embassy's getting rated hotter than oven mitts. These celebrities paid to do what the. Hey, what's up, Vicky? The children, I'm telling you, they got covenants. Eminem. I can't believe what you said. Used to be the goat, now you the devil like Billy Lynch. Oh, I can't believe what you said. How are you, Vicky? You alright? We liked you better as a crackhead. Was killing it. Yeah, bring that more onto this channel. Bring that bully more onto this channel. Can't stand people like that, Vicky. And yeah, you try not to waste your energy on that because they, as I say, they feed off that energy, right? They want to upset you, feed off it, so they can do more shit, right? So you break it off. You just go right, no more. Don't mention his name. Don't give him the energy. Whatever he says, whatever he does, ignore him. Tell PJ to do the same as well. Because the more you mention him, the more you talk about him, the more he's feeding off it. Shrunken your penis mid. Ever since Mariah left you, you been a bitch. Ouch. Sheesh. Feminine a sellout, and I know that you on Diddy. Listen, ain't no way to bail out when them cameras catch you skinny dipping at a Diddy party fast. Finna kick them hinges, and the time for you is limited. It's time for me to finish them. Eliminate, get rid of them. The Beatles and the evil politicians, man. I'm sick of comments on the live stream. Get the stream taken down. Apparently yes. I'm not too sure, Dan. To be honest, I don't think it's happened here. Yeah. Mental health, yeah, definitely like, you know, four padded walls and a bloody straitjacket springs to mind, definitely. You acting like you part of it. Hollywood got you tripping, huh? But trust me, you ain't big as us. Trump 2024, bitch, we ain't giving up. Red wave coming at me rapid like a semi-truck, dumb as fuck. How the hell you voted for a party that'll give a 3-year-old a sex change and a tummy tuck? Wow. You became everything you hate, huh? Talking about killing people, who was doing that then? No, wasn't no one in here, was it? It wasn't me, was it? I wasn't talking about killing people, was I? I might have said it in jest or something, or... No, I wouldn't. I don't think I said that. Or was it? Are you just talking, Dan? Are you talking like in general? Talk about stuff like that.
I'm Marsha. Drink a drain of chrome, take it to the dome. Leave your kids at home, never let them know. Damn, you cold, Marsha. You already rich, so inflation ain't shit when it hits you. People don't listen to issues. Put your damn lips on the spit.
That's a great point, Tony. It could be something like that, and we're just completely misinterpreting them, right? What they are. Could be just some sort of energy release, maybe, or something. You know, you just don't.
On a sucker like you did Kamala's dick when it rips you. Man, I should've known you was shady. Everybody told me you sold your own soul and it's crazy. Man, who knows where them babies been trafficked at. Now you about to feel the aftermath. Elena, baby, ain't it crazy that your dad is ass in 2024 with the same rapping fast, rhyming back to back like it's 2005 cause he's too trash to get a fucking new style that matches the current genre is yawning. I'm being honest, the death of some shitty happened when you voted Kamala. You're stepping into a treacherous trap. I'm astonished, I'm destined to catch.
Hey, what's up, Dorian? Dorian's in the house.
You should fall back. Why you acting like your dick the size of an almond? This is nonsense. Last time I recall, you was conscious about being pussy and being honest about the politics and the comments the commies make when they conversate, like when they bring up the pussy and cock conversation, indoctrinating our kids. You know they confusing them, abusing them. I can't even say how. I know it's stupid, huh? You also voted censorship and communism. Had to get them. I know you Eminem, but I had to rip them. How you let a cancer patient beat your fucking ass like you Rodney? You probably think you're black, so you went and vote Kamali. I'm about to roll you up like a tamale, smoke you like some ganji, teach you a lesson not to be commie. I probably won't get a response cause he don't want the truth to come out the booth. Ain't no way that you can top me, no Diddy.
You meant to be off? Nah, man. Chills. It wasn't the weed, mate. It wasn't. I've come to this conclusion. It wasn't me smoking weed that caused that. It was something I ingested something into my system. I still think it was something to do with that coating. What's it called? Teflon. I think it's something to do with that. I ingested some Teflon. I bought a rice cooker and I remember washing up and I looked down and there was a bit of it missing. So it must have went in, got into my food somehow and went in. That's what I think. That's what I think personally. But yeah, no, man, I don't think it had nothing to do with smoking weed. As I say, I was vaping weed all the way through, right? All the way through my chemos. And I would occasionally have the odd joint as well. Chills. Right through the chemo. So if it has had anything to do with the weed, I'm sure it would have affected the chemo somehow, right? More like a frequency. It could be, Chills. It could be, you know. Again, I've got that bloody electric meter change, and I asked for them to come around and just fit me a normal pay-as-you-go, and they fitted me one of those brand new fucking smart meters, and I wasn't happy. I'm still not happy about it. But, you know, what do you do? Because they don't come around and change them, do they? So you've got to pay out 500 quid to get a lecky round to change it all and put back the old meter. And at the moment, I ain't got... Well, I have got it, but I want to buy a bloody MPC-1 Plus, so that's coming in the next few weeks. No, not you, Dave. Just in the live comments. But who knows if that's why they taken down could do a test. Yeah. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible, Dan. People, I don't know though. You know, if it was really racist and bigoted and all this, you might do. All right, mate. I'll check it. I'll check it, dude. I only check emails. Seriously, I only check emails if people tell me they've sent me an email. If someone says, "Oh, I've sent you an email," then I'll go and check it. But I never check emails, guys. I never do it. It's something it's not on my forefront of my mind. Well, I better go and check my emails. No, it's just never think of it. Never think. It never pops into my mind in the daytime when I'm doing stuff. I better check my emails. Stainless steel or wooden utensils. I'd probably like to go back to the old style wooden stuff, to be honest with you. Because I'm telling you, I think a lot of things. I was thinking about this the other day, right? What is making everyone ill? There must be something. There's a common denominator all the way through this that's making people ill, right? Is it in the water? Is it frequency? Or could it be as simple as this? The food packaging. Think about it. Everything's in plastic or it's in aluminium and metal. Now, you all know about poisoning with heavy metals in your system, right? And microplastics in your system causes what? What does that cause? Causes cancer. Now, I was thinking, how would you see? Something's got to be done about this packaging, I think, and I think these food companies need to be taken to account or taken to court or something. And we need. I don't care how expensive it is, right? I don't care how expensive it is. We need to go back to glass, like glass packaging, glass bottles, right? That's what we need to go back to, because I actually think it's the packaging or something to do with the package which is poisoning everybody. Everything the food's in. It only has to be micro, remember? It doesn't, just microplastics in your system causes cancers. Micro. So just think about that for a second. You know, the plastic's just like rubbing on your apple, right? Or, you know, you've got a tin of sardines, right, which are in metal, yeah, and oil inside that, and there's going to be some sort of interaction there, right, with the metal and the oil. It might only be minute, but you got to think about it over your lifetime, and you keep ingesting this stuff over your lifetime. Then when you get to a certain age and your immune system needs to kick in, it's non-existent. It's non-existent, and that's how people die early. And I think seriously something to do with the packaging or something in that order. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but microwave ovens yet? I haven't got a microwave oven, and I haven't had microwave foods for at least I would say at least 20 years, over 20 years. I haven't eaten not one microwave food. Just I don't like the heat that it gives off. I don't like the heat when it goes into your mouth. It's like I just don't like it. Don't like the taste. Anything about microwave, no, absolutely not. Yeah, same here, Jack. Glass pots. Yeah, we need. Food as well, Banner. Read the labels. You need to. Yeah. 5G, yeah, EMFs, yeah. Plastic micro was found in the plastics, mate. This microplastic stuff. It's everywhere, guys. And the thing about it, it's really difficult for your body to get rid of it. Just like heavy metals in your system, metals in your system. Just they like to call it heavy. Any kind of like metal in your system's bad. Right, so yes, it's just crazy. I mean, what is the matter with human beings? What is the matter with humanity? They come up with all this crazy stuff to try and kill you off. It's just sick and twisted. It needs to, honestly, this mindset of just fucking over people just to make a buck, it needs to stop. It really does. Because humanity's been destroyed by these people. It's just, it's really sad to see. It really is. This mindset of just tread over everything, destroy it, and disgusting. Chemtrails, yeah. Water, food, water, air, yeah. It's everywhere, mate. I think there's different entities in the human avatar. Feeling that, Jax. Sure. We are seriously flawed. Yeah. It's crazy, man. Oh, I thought something the other day. I can't remember, what was I thinking about? Oh, it come to me in a minute. Let me just... reminds me of the film Dark Waters. I don't think I've seen that, actually. They poison... Yeah. No, that's what I was thinking of. This one thing here. And when I sat down and thought about it, I was completely disgusted. I was just like, how can any human come up with that? Right, and it's something simple, right? It's Terminator seeds, right? Do you know seeds that you lay out and you get food and products and stuff? And they invented this Monsanto. We all know about this. Monsanto invented a seed that the product doesn't produce seeds, so you've got to keep buying these seeds year in, year out, and they produce a product that doesn't make the seed. Right? Think about that. What, you're fucking with nature, you're messing around with God's work, the Creator's work. And who would come up with that in their right mind? Think about it. Let's make a seed that doesn't produce any seeds, so they've got to keep coming back to us to buy the seed. That's so fucking demented. Honestly. And I was thinking about it the other day, just think, what is the matter with people? What is the matter with people? Well, even to think that I'm going to take this thing here, I can plant it, it will produce a product and give me lots of these other things that I can replant and do the same thing exponentially, actually. Right? I know. Let's take away that. So they have to keep on. It's just, whoever comes up with this stuff, that's demonic. That's demonic stuff. Guys, I'm not religious, but that's some demonic stuff going on there. That's just insane. That's just insane thinking. I'm sorry, but... It's about Teflon being put in the water and poisoning people. Yeah. I think that's what that might have been, that I've just recovered from Vicky's Teflon poisoning, or some sort of plastics poisoning, or heavy metals, or it's something. It's definitely 100% not the weed. It's not even nicotine. No, it's nothing to do with that. I know it. I can feel it. I feel it in myself, man. I know it's the truth. Woo! Let's go. Yo, Schlow's in the house. Favourite German? We got our favourite German in the house. I wouldn't know where to start, Dorian. I thought about it, man. I thought about it so many times, Dorian. You know, I know I've been poisoned by something, and it's, you know, and you can only bring it down to a certain few things, right? But I can't pinpoint it. And, you know, that's where they really got you by the balls, right? You can't actually pinpoint it. Not even the doctors could give me an answer. So I said to them, you're treating the cause and you don't know what the... No, you're treating the effects and you don't know what the cause is. And he went, yeah. That's his, they ain't got a clue what causes it. So, yeah, I wouldn't know where to start. But I did think about it. You know, I want to take some people to court for this. You know, you're playing with my lives. You're playing with people's lives, my life. No, man, I wouldn't. Yeah, so... I've thought about it, Dorian. Really have. Yo, Vinny. Vinny TV's in the house. Great to see you, Vinny. They will pinpoint it. Special teams are set up worldwide ban all because of that case. What case are you talking about? You put a link in here somewhere, Dorian. I haven't put a link in it. I can't see it. I can't see it, Dorian. Dark Waters, yeah. The internet got, I think we got hacked or something. Nah, the internet just went down. I think it went down my end, to be honest, Slow. It does happen every now, and I'm paying for the best internet you can get, right? I'm literally got top of the range Virgin connection, right? And sometimes it still goes down this end every now and then. I don't know if they're doing like a service thing on it or something, but it's kind of weird. It keeps happening when I'm going live though. It's a bit concerning. Hey, Heart Earth, how you doing? Nah, Vinny, I just think the connection went down this end. It's okay at the moment. It's firing in all cylinders. Yeah. Yeah, it was really good at the moment. So I don't know if it just went down or I don't think it was happening. Is it true? Are we going into World War III? Is that what's happening? And it's all Biden's fault, right? It's all Biden's fault, by the way. You do realise that. Biden opened up that deal, didn't he, with the Ukrainians so they could use more US weapons. Right. And they've just been firing a bunch of USA weapons into Russia. I mean, what a way. These people are fucking morons. I'm sick of them. I am sick of these people. Russians, Ukrainians. You know, just pointless wars, right? Pointless wars. What is this war even over? Do you know? Does anyone even know? Is it meant to be a land grab, or Russia just taking their land back, which was originally theirs in the first? Oh, it's just pathetic. Pathetic. Yo, good morning, Dr. E. Great to see you. World War III, the mind game to end all mind games. No nukes, MOB. Yes. Ian. Yeah, it's a tactic. They've used it all through. Even when I was growing up, they used the same fucking tactic. Let's just keep this war going on in the background. Like, we just keep it going. We mention it on the news straight away. When it first happens, we just blast everyone with it, and then but we just keep it there in the background, just to instill and keep people on their toes. So they've got that little bit of fear in them. They've used this tactic when I was growing up. Exactly the same thing. Well, the tactic to control, right? It's a controlling mechanism. Again, it's there to control you, right? Always, like, a lot of people that that care about that sort of stuff. I don't. Wars and that'd be constantly on their mind. World War III, Ukraine, Russia, America, China. Just do one. Again, send them all to the island. Send them all to the island, right? Warmongers, elites, politicians, woke tards, all on the island, and napalm it. Just get rid of them all. We don't need them. We start again without them. I can't tell you. I can't tell you that, Dorian. If a loved one was exposed to DuPont's C8 PFAO chemicals, I don't know. You can consult a personal injury litigation with experience in environmental. Okay. That's going to cost a lot of money, right? That's going to cost a lot of money.
You're seeing here is a mirage.
But you might have been banned. That is the point. Oh no, I know. I'm just glad that I'm over it, Dorian, and I don't have to. I don't really want to get back into that and have that on my mind. To be honest with you, a reminder of what I had to go through. I just want to forget about it and just move on. To be honest, I know that's I shouldn't be doing that. I should be sticking it to them, right? But yeah, I don't. It made me feel so ill, man. I don't really want to be reminded of it. Earth is flat, 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 flat. Earth is flat, 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 flat. Earth is flat, flat, flat. Yo, Infinite Plane.
We detect no curvature at all, except the sick chick I just saw at the mall. Back in high school, I sold drugs in the hall. Now I slang knowledge, so listen up, y'all. When it rains in the salt plastic creates a reflection, a perfect mirror with optical detection. Natural ladies giving me an erection. I ain't worried about your man, cause I don't mind flexing. We got laser tests, just after taboo conspiracy. Nations of the realm, they committing heresy. But the time has come now to open mind. Planting seeds of change when I spit these rhymes. Let's go.
Donbass province voted to be Russian. Ukraine didn't like it and has been killing them since 2014, ignoring Minsk agreement and moving NATO closer to Russia and using, yeah, spot on, Dan. Spot on. That's what I kind of read as well. Yeah. Yeah, bioweapons. Yeah. Crazy stuff. Hey, Infinite Plane, I hope you're well. Anyone catch the debate of Mattoon and a fellow named Kevin Flatflat? Smack Mattoon real good on MDD. No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen that. Infinite. No, I haven't seen that. I don't really watch people like Mattoon fight the Flat Earth and these guys. I don't really watch them. I only watch them like if they're getting spanked. Like Fight the Flat Earth did, like Flats did to Flight the Flat Earth. Did you see him get spanked the other day? Hilarious.
I start where I choose to begin. Ego, I hit you with a blunt or two. Get you where you wanna go. Wanna call up Kubrick to fake the moon landing? It's gonna take planning, technology advancing. On and off like a light switch. Money's tighter than a vice grip. I'm flyer than a light ship. Man, chicken stinks. I'll come at you with everything under the kitchen sink. I like tobacco products. I scrap and rap a lotta. Fresh to death, nevertheless my lungs are black like Aunt your mama. Hand me marijuana. Wearing pant pajamas. Earth is flat as matter of fact. Debate me if you wanna.
Earth is flat, a matter of fact. Earth is just flat. That's just a matter of fact. So I've had that tit on Kent Holand. What's his name, Dorian? Hovland or something, isn't it? Hoogland? No, that's the Mars guy, isn't it? Hoogland. What's that? Kent Hovland. I'm thinking Hovland. His name.
See it at all, I run the dance hall. We no see the curve at all. That's why the Rasta man, yeah, I run the dance hall from coast to coast. You know it's the most, rocking it down like I'm cooking the French toast. When I was a kid, I used to shop at Toys R Us, but now I'm on this track with Boston Ray and Ra-Ra, spreading the truth from coast to coast, just like the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I got no time for you to master your debate. I just know that there ain't no curve except for the one that's on my plate. No curve can't be detected from up in a plane.
Yeah.
You know it's insane when you want to come and test me. Well, I know it's true. Rasta man, Andre, come for you. The chainsaw, run.
Yeah, Kent Hovind, that's it.
Burn Babylon, cause I'm number one. So here we go. Gonna bust up my flow. Rasta man, yeah, we run the stage show.
Kent Hovind, the first anti-flat earth preacher. Oh, is he really? Is he really preaching anti-flat earth? Is that what he does? Is he an actual preacher though? Is he a pastor that's actually preaching out there anti-flat earth rhetoric? Is that what he's doing? Oh, we might have to go after Kent. We might have to start putting his head on. He's doing that about flat earth. He's got to be on a thumbnail, right? He's got to be on a thumbnail. So we put Kent's head on a on a guy sitting in a white van outside a school with puppies and sweeties. That's what we do with Kent. Hey, what's up, Ayers? You got Ayers in the house? Long time, Ayers. Hope you're well. Roger's still in. Vicky's still there. We've got no, not yet. One's good.
Later on, I bought the Domo bus, a Volkswagen 1970. True, Yeah, Westphalia, we rocked it for crew. Went from coast to coast, but I sold that too, cause I needed the money. What you wanna do? But it's funny how the things change. And how your mind derange and everything full circle. We keeping it real.
Right, it's top of the hour, which means it's woke 30 minutes. Let's go. Lefty's losing it for 30 minutes. Let's just. Did we see that one? That one. I don't know. Let's go for it.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. And let's start, Lefties, with this dose of insanity. I will give this woman credit because she starts
Let me know, Jax, or anyone in the chat, if we've seen this.
off with some honesty. She calls herself
I don't think we have
unhinged
seen this one.
and then proceeds to act like she's unhinged.
Completely unhinged. I went to the grocery store, and while standing in line, I was trying to guess who voted against my rights. And I couldn't guess anymore. I was out of guesses.
So this moron's literally going down the store, looking around at people, thinking, I wonder if you voted for Trump. I wonder if you did. But she just can't tell. She can't. God, give her strength. She doesn't know what she does. Just help her out. Help her out of her delusion. She's completely lost the plot.
Because you're like sheep in wolf's clothing, and I just wanted to scream.
These people are insufferable, and it's wolf in sheep's clothing, not sheep in wolf's clothing. If nursery rhyme themes confuse you, it might explain why you're a lefty. And this next lass thinks she's brave and profound, but personally I find her a little sad and scary.
How's this for a motivational phrase?
I don't know, Dan. I might do it as a like a segment thing now, or I might just do it as like, you know, seasonal. Let's say like when every time Trump does something good or wins, or these people are just getting triggered. Yeah, we'll play it just to laugh at them because it's hilarious.
Resistance will be talked about.
Boo hoo hoo. Generation Z. It's the worst generation ever. This is the worst. You can't. This generation is just like a soppy wet bag, isn't it? Paper bag. No masculinity. No, nothing.
Generation.
Just full of these soppy idiots. Always emotional, crying about their feelings, and grow up where I grew up. Then, you know, I think it probably hardened you up a little bit.
Terrifying. Now, continuing the Trump derangement syndrome theme, let's check in on this young lass who identifies as a lad and decided to get the testosterone molecule tattooed on her neck to resist Donald Trump.
Life is worth
Oh my gosh.
Why do that? I mean, do you want to be unemployable?
No, it's good. It's good because they're giving us signs of who they are. You know, you see these women with like shaved heads and molecules on their necks. You know that they're absolutely batshit crazy, and stay away from them. You see someone with a molecule tattoo now, right, on the neck or anywhere, and a shaved head, and run the other way. Get out of the vicinity.
I'm stating the obvious here, but real men don't need to get testosterone molecules tattooed prominently on their bodies because, you know why? They've got that XY chromosome. We all have testosterone, but us ladies are lacking the Y, and no amount of ink is going to change that. Now to a young lady who thought she was going to be a fixture in the White House. This is the 23-year-old daughter of Tim and Gwen Walls, Hope Walls.
This country does not deserve Kamala Harris. That woman should go live her best life.
No country deserves Kamala Harris. Let's get it right. No country.
Wherever she wants, doing whatever she wants, because we don't deserve her.
Yeah, just don't come to the UK, Kamala. We don't want your sorry ass that can't answer questions over here. We've got enough of that already with our politicians. Don't need another one. So, you know, move to a blue state or something. Just keep out of the UK and Europe, please. Don't go to Germany. You're piss off, Shalo. Zox, you're not welcome in France. We've got Zox over there. We've got we've got Vinny over in Holland. Right, you're not welcome there. Right, so we've got Europe covered, Kamala. So just stay put.
At this point.
I agree with that. America doesn't deserve Kamala. It deserves a lot better, and that's why they voted for Donald Trump, and they're getting better with Trump and Vance. It's good when we can all agree, isn't it? Now, listeners' Hope Walls, like all lefties losing it, show she's full of hate and loathing while claiming to be all about love and tolerance.
These people have to live in their own skin, as in JD
I can't
Vance.
forget Martin in Portugal. So we've got Portugal covered, Spain, we've got France covered, Germany, Amsterdam, Holland. We've got that little border there down that, you know, all covered, Pamela, and the UK, Scotland, Ireland. Well, got no chance. Just stay put.
And Donald Trump have to be JD Vance and Donald Trump. And that is not a punishment I would wish upon anybody except those two individuals.
Got logical over in Australia. We're literally getting most parts of the plane covered, Kamala. So you're not welcome anywhere, actually.
Yeah, so I'm just really grateful that I am who I am and that I'm on the side of love and hope and joy and progress.
Oh, God.
No, I invented an island long time ago, Vicky. And what we're going to do, we're going to take the Isle of Wight. We're going to move everyone out back to the homeland. We'd rehouse them in the Cotswolds, in some nice areas in the UK. And then what we'd do, we'd take all the elites, all the royals, all the wokies, all the warmongers. Yeah, we just put them all on the Isle of Wight, and then we just napalm it. And what we do, we surround it with war boats. So anyone jumping off and trying to escape, we just annihilate them all. Get rid of them, because we don't need them. They're ruining this place. They're destroying it. Each day that goes on, more gets destroyed by these morons. So yeah, we just need to eliminate them all. That's my solution. It's my solution. Napalm is my solution.
She's not new to activism. Journalist Andy No reports that during the deadly BLM Antifa riots in her state
Hey, what's up?
in 2020,
What's up, Laura? How you doing? I'm just having a chuckle tonight.
Hope leaked information about the National Guard to inform writers when to disperse. But I have some good news here. Hope Walls has finally taken care of her personal hygiene and had a shower and brushed her teeth. How do I know this? Because she posted about it. Really?
This morning I woke up and decided I needed to take a shower, and so I finally did that, and I did my skincare for the first time in a couple days.
Now,
And
what we do, we call it the double ring of fire, right? So we'd have war boats surrounding it, and if any do sneak through, yeah, we've got a circle of landmine, or like floating mines, and then another circle of war boats. So no one's surviving, Vicky. And they're not getting through on rubber dinghies or...
this is very embarrassing, but I brushed my teeth for the first time since
Hey,
Tuesday
good
night.
morning,
Now
FPV.
to
Good
the
morning to you.
lunatic race-baiting network of MSNBC, which has seen its primetime audience plummet by around 50%. They've gone from airing diabolical lies to the sort of slander that could
Her
and
nose
should
was
get
too near
them
to her
sued.
arse.
I really do hope Pete Hegseth calls his lawyers after saying this.
Add the Secretary of Defense nominee, Peter Hegseth, the Fox News commentator as well, because this is someone who, weekend host, important distinction. This is someone who, you know, is known to be a white supremacist, known to be an extremist, whose platform, whose book is basically about his opposition to the advancement of black officers to the top brass.
Absolute lies, the ugliest of lies. I really do hope he sues. And over at CNN, they're trying to scare the American people about
Hey,
Trump.
good day, Jason. Good day, Stephen.
End up making him look even cooler.
And it really looks like ancient Rome here. This is sort of the conquering Republican Caesar who's going into the Colosseum and everyone's cheering, and he's got his political gladiators with him. That appearance isn't just about him enjoying the applause. he's sending a message to the Senate.
For sure.
Like, not only are you entertained, but these are my people, and are you willing to fight? Because here's who I have.
And are any of us surprised by this? I feel like for anybody who has been covering Trump's campaign or his movement the past few years, these picks, sure, they're raising eyebrows, to say the least, but
A familiar character.
Yes, exactly. They've been with him at all these rallies. They've played a key role in where he's at now.
She's 100% right. You know, these picks may have surprised a few people, but they're backed 100% by just about every Trump voter because they knew this was coming. These other people he's had around him. And the moment that we're talking about there is this. We're about to look at it. Trump entering Madison Square Garden for UFC 309 and hearing the thunderous applause. He walked.
This is hilarious. This is like a complete show, like a comedy show to me. It really is, especially this part. Trump walking into this.
Scene with Elon,
funny,
Tulsi, RFK, and the rest of the crew.
And I went and checked it out, and they was in the government, or was it Congress or something? They were all sitting there, four guys. Yeah, I did check some of it out. I checked it out a couple of times as it goes, just to sort of catch it. And yeah, I didn't watch it all. Listened to a couple of them.
Now that he's the president again? Yes. Oh my God.
Now, that whole event was incredible for so many reasons. You know what? I've just decided here and now that I'm going to do a top 5 UFC 309 moments tomorrow night, as long as I can get around those pesky copyright issues. Don't sue me, Dana. Let's get into more lefties with my next guest.
Monty put out the most bizarre video.
With Alex Stein on Black TV. Alex Stein. Alex, the UFC.
Emerald's in the house. How you doing, Emerald? I know it's early for you, dude. Stationary Earthers and Direct Realists. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I think I did have... Did you bring out a video? There? Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's on the list, look.
The event had everything. I cannot believe...
oh, not Alex Stein. Please, not Alex Stein. Not Alex. Oh, well, we'll just listen to it.
Shift it represents the past 24 hours. You can feel it, even as far away as here in Australia. This is different to 2016. It's different to Trump's entire presidency. There are people coming out boldly, proudly, who perhaps a few years ago would have been too frightened to do so.
Well, you know, Rita, they always call Donald Trump the populist candidate, but it's now more evident than ever. I mean, it's just so obvious that he truly is the populist candidate, and people that, you know, might have politically normally been considered liberal, they're all on the Trump train now. You wear your MAGA hat comfortably and proud in any city, you know, from New York to California. And I think you can tell by the response that he got at UFC in Madison Square Garden that it's not just a few areas of the country that love Donald Trump, it's the entire country that supports Donald Trump.
Now, here's the greatest UFC fighter ever in the eyes of many UFC fans, John Jones, and this is immediately...
Okay, it's about 9 minutes, but you can jump towards the end. Okay.
He did the Trump dance.
Let's all everyone now stop what you're doing and do the Trump dance. Everyone do that little jiggle with the arms. I'm doing it. Hey, yeah. The Trump dance. Let's go. We just need a beat.
He did the Trump dance. Spinning back.
And here he is in the post-match interview with Joe Rogan.
I also want to say a big thank you to President Donald Trump for being here tonight. USA, let's go.
This is worth checking out if you don't think the news lies. Oh, I know it's the news lies, Jason. That's why I don't watch it. I don't watch the news, mate. I get all my news off of you guys in the chat, or if I catch it online. I don't watch. If I ever put the TV on in the front room, it's got a music channel on it. It just plays music. That's it. It's just like a background thing. That's all. I do not watch anything to do in because I know the way the game works.
I'm proud to be a great American champion. I'm proud to be a Christian American champion.
Now, Alex, I know the UFC isn't representative of all of America. It is in New York, but the UFC.
Oh, right, it ain't from. Okay, I got you.
conservative.
I got you, Jason. Not for me. That's anyway. Ain't too long. We're watching.
But again, you are seeing footballers from the NFL to college football doing the Trump dance proudly. You've got people
Start about 5 minutes
seemingly
in.
more open to saying proudly, I'm Christian, I'm proud of my country, I'm proud of my religion. Do you feel that change is real and significant?
Yeah, it is real and significant, but it's even more significant if you just want to fight and won $25 million. You're definitely excited to see Donald Trump there because maybe you have to pay a little less taxes too. So,
how long is the video? What really happened in Amsterdam?
So the violence around the Maccabi Tel Aviv Ajax Amsterdam game has been sort of universally portrayed around the world as being an anti-Semitic pogrom. In fact, what it is an absolutely case study, a textbook study in disinformation. Now, let's make our focus here a very specific bit of footage. If you want.
Right, we just watched the footage. We just watched the footage.
The BBC, The Guardian, CNN and other outlets, they all rely very heavily on a specific bit of footage of individuals in the street being attacked by a mob of hooded men.
Crowds of people assaulted Israeli fans after Thursday night's match.
Israel said that Israeli supporters were attacked in a very violent...
It's like any other game in England. Come on. You could pull up any football match after in England and you'll see the same stuff happening. People getting chased by other people and running off. It's a football match. It's what happens. But yeah, they're going to report it as some sort of anti-Semitism, right? Anti-Jew sort of thing going on. This is the nonsense they do. The BBC will just focus on this. People running off. And that's their proof, right?
Incident as they left the ground.
Vicious attacks upon people purely because they're Israelis and Jews.
This was continuously used to illustrate the violence that Maccabi Tel Aviv supporters had suffered. The Times of India used in its footage.
Okay, yes, yeah. If you want to watch the rest of that, guys, what really happened in Amsterdam, Double Down News, you know, then you can watch the rest of that. That's like 15 minutes. We ain't got time to watch it. Yeah, that looks quite interesting. Oops. 5 minutes.
Thing out.
So, you know, God bless Donald Trump and all the NFL players that are doing the Donald Trump YMCA dance because, you know, Donald Trump is a cultural phenomenon. And what's the saying, you know, everything kind of runs downstream. Culture runs downstream of politics. So Donald Trump is a cultural phenomenon. Everybody's following his lead. And I would be doing, if I just won $25 million and I saw Donald Trump, I would be dancing and happy too that I get to keep more of it instead of giving it all to Kamala Harris so she can become more in debt with our money.
Well, talking about big paydays, the Tyson fight proved to be a massive fizzer. There were all sorts of technical issues with the feed. People were complaining about that. Mike Tyson looked nothing like the ferocious.
Well, they say that Tyson slowed down, and there's... I don't know if Dorian's talking about the same footage that I've seen. I think it's the second or third round. Tyson's like connecting nice, right? And then Jake looks like he leans on top of him and whispers something in his ear. And then Tyson taps him on the shoulder. And then after that, he seems to be getting licked and getting hit and slows right down. And I don't know what's going on, but I don't know if that's what Dorian's talking about the Tyson fight being rigged. I just think he's 58 and his legs weren't there. His legs weren't there. When you find someone 27, full of energy, bouncing on their toes, it's hard to get to. That's even if you're like the same age.
Champion we've seen training in recent months. Let's have a look at him training.
Same footage banner, yeah, it's the same stuff. When did I see that? I think I might have just seen that this morning as it goes, Dorian. I think I might have seen that this morning when I switched on. I see it on the thing. Oh, okay, and I just see that specific bit of footage when he leans in, and then he taps him afterwards. He taps him on the shoulder, like, okay, and it's like, that's kind of interesting because before that he was actually connecting. And then he suddenly looked really old, didn't he? After round 2, was it round 3?
Where was that, Mike? Alex, you were there. You spoke to people who attended the fight, and almost all of them had doubts about what really happened.
We just asked everybody walking out if they thought the fight was rigged, and I think you know their answers. Check them out.
Rigged. Rigor mortis. Rigor mortis. It was scripted. It's all good though.
I could have fought him better than that.
Don't brother. I'm telling you, it was honestly. Dude, I've seen more interesting paint dry. More interesting paint. You come from Australia for this. Don't yeah.
So you think it was rigged?
You damn right. Tell him,
Rigged?
Rigged.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm not.
I don't know if it was rigged, but I think it was a scrimmage.
What do you think it was rigged?
Yes. I thought yeah, it was rigged. Tyson.
I did not like the fight. The fight was lame. I wasted my money. They really did it for the money.
A lot of blue language there. A lot of people are upset, spent a lot of money. A couple of Australians there who were particularly...
How much were ringside seats? How much were ringside seats? Someone said the other... Was it 30 grand? Was it $30,000 or something? Something stupid, 32,000? Or am I tripping? Sure, someone mentioned it in the chat the other day. The ringside seats were extortionate, and everyone paid the money. Everyone paid the money to watch a sparring session. That's all they did. They had a little spar out there.
We're using a lot of colourful language we can't be having on this program. But Alex, what really happened there? There are so many conspiracy
Yeah, 25,
theories
30 grand ringside seats. There you go. Incredible, right? And they paid it. It was pretty packed out.
Now, and like the fans you spoke to, most people think there was something not kosher about this fight.
You know, Rita, obviously I was at the fight, and the first 2 undercards, the Ramos fight and then the Serrano versus Katie Taylor fight, were absolutely incredible. You know, both of those fights, all the boxers, they left it all out there in the ring. But this fight with Mike Tyson, the first round was okay. Tyson had a little energy, but I'm telling you, every single person in that crowd wanted Tyson to win. It did not matter who they were, their age, everybody wanted Tyson to win. And to see him go out there and just not have the stamina, it was obvious that it was scripted because, you know, Jake's not the type of fighter Mike Tyson ever was in his prime, but Jake took it easy on him. It was very obvious, and that's why.
Just the way Jake threw those punches.
It was obvious that it was scripted because,
terrible,
you know,
neat.
Jake's not the type of
wide open. Did you see that? Anyone with half decent boxing technique.
Jake's not
there. Look how open he is, man. Look how open Jake is. Anyone with any savvy right there, right, would literally could knock him out. Any boxing savvy. Tyson just hasn't got the legs and the reaction time to do it. That's it. He's got the power. He just can't deliver it. He can't get into position quick enough to deliver the power. That's all. That's just age, right? But you get someone in there, those, you know, with that reaction time and speed, that right there is terrible, Jake. That terrible. He's like saying, just hit me straight on the chin. No guard.
The type of fighter Mike Tyson ever was in his prime, but Jake took it easy on him. It was very obvious, and that's why we all felt like we got duped, because people were paying thousands and thousands of dollars to go to this event, expecting a real fight or at least a, you know, full effort from Mike. But Iron Mike's 58, and this was 100% sports entertainment, WWE, and not traditional boxing like we wanted.
One of the theories that I liked was that Jake Paul has always idolized Mike Tyson, who was his hero growing up, and heard that perhaps Mike Tyson could do with a big payday, and that's why he participated in this whole thing. And because people were saying, I don't know how good Jake Paul is, but they were saying he was taking it easy. He could have finished off Mike much earlier.
What has he actually done, though, Jake Paul? He's fought nobody. He's fought a bunch of UFC fighters. The only real fight that he actually really had was with Tommy Fury, and he lost that. And Tommy Fury's like, I would say he's a professional. No, maybe. I don't know if he's British standard. Yeah, he's good, right? It's just he's a Fury, right? But even he beat him. So he hasn't beaten anyone, actually.
But he was just making sure he got a points victory as opposed to knocking him out. I don't know. I don't know boxing that much, but the whole thing looks a bit fishy to me. And I wanted to bring to your attention this piece from the New York Times. The leftist media is just not coping.
I mean, I don't know what people were expecting, though, Vinny, to be. I don't know. I mean, everyone wanted to see him get knocked out. Everyone wanted to see that. I get it. But Mike Tyson ain't going to do it. We see him fight. Who was it? Roy Jones Jr. not long ago. Come on, man.
Reality at all at the moment. Look at this attempted takedown of RFK Jr. The New York Times reports that Mr. Kennedy has singled out Fruit Loops as an example of a product with too many ingredients. Why do we have Fruit Loops in this country?
Got a new shed and a paid vacation in his
blue. You go to Canada and it has 2 or 3, Mr. Kennedy asked. And then he goes on to say he was wrong on the ingredient count. They are roughly the same, but the Canadian version does have natural colorings made from blueberries and carrots, while the US product contains red dye 40, yellow 5.
Yeah, paid for by subscribers, right? Here's guys for that 3K. Thank you very much. All right, Execrate, you keep 500. Chuck me the other 2,005. You just know.
Blue one, as well as butylated hydroxytoluene, or BHT, a lab-made chemical that is used for freshness according to the ingredient label. Why would they? Do they just expect their readers to read the headline and not actually read the detail of the piece? Because they just proved RFK right. Why is a product...
Yeah, didn't you know, FPV? Execrate did it all, but it was all for Dell, wasn't it? And last time I looked, it was £2,500. I thought, damn. So it must have been like probably over $3,000 eventually. You know, and you could. Dell's not going to take all that, is he? He's going to tell Andrew to keep a bit, obviously. Yeah, nicely paid for holiday there. So they're all doing it. That's what I was talking about. Covert e-begging. That's what Andrew's been doing. He's a covert e-beggar. But he's doing it for Dell. They'll probably say, no, I didn't ask for that. You know, don't do me. Really?
Product sold in Canada that is the same product, way more healthy in Canada compared to what the US consumer is receiving.
And Rita, it's not just Fruit Loops. There's so many American products that would be outlawed in Europe and your country and a lot of other countries that they just feed us here in America because there's no regulation. And, you know, of course, the companies are worried about that, but they can still sell these products in other countries without putting all these ingredients in them and make money. So they could do that here in America. But they're really worried about RFK is because he's going after big pharma. He's going after these industries that are just able to operate.
So they can't really say anything about people earning money and all this now. Can't say anything because they've been doing it themselves overtly. How much did they raise it as well for the? Do you remember last time? Was it Follow the Line or something experiment? Remember that guy? And I think they raised about $6,000, didn't they? Where did that go?
without any repercussions of their actions. Here in America, our media is basically subsidized by
Hey, good morning, Jimmy. Great to see you, dude. Hope you're well, Jimmy.
advertising from these pharmaceutical pharmaceutical companies. But in other countries, they don't have pharmaceutical ads. But when you turn on our TV, every single thing is a pharmaceutical ad. So that's why people are worried, is that our whole entire mainstream media is bought by big pharma. And so they talk about the Fruit Loops because that'll get people's attention, but really they're worried about much bigger issues that RFK is potentially going to fix.
And there was a lot of a lot of debate about that famous picture now that has been posted on President Trump's plane with McDonald's being served to the gang, including RFK, who looks very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like that. Was it Robert? That Robert guy. He was homeless, so I chucked him some money. Right, I chucked him a bit of money because I felt sorry for him. I thought, okay, I'll give you some money. And because I disagreed with Dell, he come in ranting and raving. Never going to listen to all this. I was like, damn. Never going to give you another penny, dude.
Having to consume
Get out of
McDonald's.
here.
But you know what? McDonald's is fine. It's just that you shouldn't be having it every day. And perhaps
It's coming out of some man flu. Oh, yeah. That's that time of year,
like
right?
they used to do. That would be something RFK can talk
I guess
to them
he's
about.
banned in the USA. Is that true? Is that a true statement, or are you just pulling my leg? Is haggis banned in the US, guys? Surely can't be banned in the USA. Maybe parts of the US, maybe Texas or something. I don't know. There's no disrespect to the Texans out there. I love you.
From Vivek Ramaswamy. He and Elon Musk have been charged with draining the swamp and saving the American people billions by heading up.
And I think Dell been on holiday, isn't he, or something, travelling around, and didn't he buy a van or something? That's what he might have spent that money on, that van, actually, or getting it all done up, the van. Yeah, so he'd probably be back soon, wouldn't he?
Department of Government Efficiency. Let's have a listen to how he is going to do it.
The dirty little secret right now, Maria, is the people we elect to run the government, they're not the ones who actually run the government. It's the unelected bureaucrats in the administrative state. That was created through executive action.
Black currants are banned in America.
Think about the Supreme Court.
What? Something a fruit that grows naturally in the UK, like in hedges and black currants.
Sports environment over the last.
They're banned in the US. Why is that?
Several years. They've held that many of those regulations are unconstitutional at a large scale. Rescind those regulations, pull those regs back, and then that gives us the industrial logic to then downsize the size of that administrative state. And the beauty of all of this is that can be achieved just through executive action without Congress. Score some early wins, and then you look at those bigger portions of the federal budget that need to be addressed one by one. So I think that's one way to think about this is how can the President of the United States, who's been elected...
All right, have a good night, mate. Appreciate you coming in. I know it's late for you. See you next time, dude, hopefully, yeah.
With a historic mandate, actually do the thing that the voters have voted for. They haven't voted for incremental change here this time, Maria. We have voted for sweeping change, and the voters actually deserve to get it.
Sweeping change is what the people voted for. Can Vivek and Elon deliver that? Their task is enormous.
They do have a big task with the Department of Government Efficiency, but they can do a lot of stuff by cutting budgets to NASA. NASA's complaining that they're mad that a lot of their budget went to DEI training, and you look at the Pentagon, they have their latest audit. It's like they have $800 billion unaccounted for. So, there's a lot of places where they can find money. So this Government Efficiency Department is going to be awesome now that they're running it. If they actually slash a lot of these slush funds that the government can just spend money unaccounted for. And, Vivek is right. All these unelected bureaucrats are basically running things. So hopefully Donald Trump's appointees can go in there and shut these guys down as soon as possible.
Alex Stein, thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you, Rita. Always a pleasure.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's hear from a lefty losing it election oracle, presidential predictor Alan Lichtman. Got it very wrong.
Hold on, guys.
When he said Kamala would win the election, and like lefties losing it everywhere, he prefers to blame misinformation, also known as facts he doesn't like. Watch this meltdown. It is delicious.
And that's directly...
Damn! Look at this guy. He might as well have paedophile written on his forehead. Holy smokes. Talk about red alert, alarm bell straight away. Look at this guy. He's definitely the kind of guy that drives about in a white van, pocket full of sweeties and a box full of puppies in the back, lurking and waiting for the perfect moment. Lurking around schools. And look at this guy. Oh my God. Where do these people find these people? Alan Lichtman. Alan is actually an anagram, isn't it? It's like anal. You say his name's actual Anal Lichtman. Oh my gosh. Anal Lichtman. That's his name. What the hell's going on? Even his name is like pure debauchery. It's disgusting. Anal Lichtman. What?
Tied to misinformation. You know, they don't like Trump, but, you know, they're thinking, well, do we
not pick
really
up more votes this time than he did in 2016?
He's so creepy. Just...
Pardon me?
Did Donald Trump pick up more votes this time than he did in 2016?
Yeah,
or
but
in
not
2020?
than he picked up in 2020, the most relevant.
No, I don't do X and all that stuff. The only platform I'm on, Vinny, is here.
Last election, he picked up about the
What
same.
I'm saying is that both sides can say things like this, like misinformation. It's hard to quantify
If you don't let me make my points, why do you have me on?
No, we love it. It's a conversation. It's spirited. I think there's a little bit of a delay.
We're done.
I
you
think
won't
we'd love...
let me talk. What's the point?
Are you
the expert or am I the expert?
He's the expert. Did you hear him? Imagine.
Hey there, Super. Welcome. The expert.
Saying that during an interview while you discuss why you got it so wrong. We've heard the lefty meltdowns from the usual suspects on MSNBC, CNN, ABC, CBS, all of them.
Right, that's gone on too long. Right, we'll just check these out quickly. Trobot. We just watch a couple of minutes of each one. We can.
How's everybody doing today? I certainly hope you're doing well. As promised, last night when I was doing my live stream, I was trying to explain to people that I was doing some graph work on some imagery, and I came across the photograph that is circulating all over the internet of the 5 people sitting around the table on, maybe it was Trump Force 1, I'm not really sure whose plane it was, and they're all sitting around eating McDonald's. Well, I found that kind of strange, and I just...
Why?
Something's wrong with that. So
why is there something wrong with that? I don't get why you think that's strange that they're eating McDonald's. Actually eating the product, yeah, that's strange, eating it, but just sitting there with the other guys on it, what's the...
So, anyway, I wanted to see if I could find some treasures in the photograph, and man, have we found some treasures. Now, the people that are excluded from this image are Donald Trump Jr., also Mike Johnson was in the original frame. He is the He's in charge, basically, he's the Speaker of the House. And also it is Mr. Robert Kennedy Jr.
That's probably what it is more. They're probably getting paid lots of money from McDonald's to have it all on show, right? They probably haven't even eaten this. Probably empty boxes, but it's just there, I don't know.
Hand side of this image of the original image, I cropped it down so you could see only Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Now, as of late, you'll notice that Donald Trump supposedly has appointed Elon Musk and some other guy to head up, a wasting committee, government wasting committee, and put them in that position. Now, what I wanted to share with everybody is I am in a program called Windows Designer. It's kind of like Adobe Photoshop in that area, but it's an AI version. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the selective tool or the selective edit, and what's going to happen, it's not on now, so let me just go ahead and prove that by clicking various places of the imagery so you can see. It's not working because I haven't activated it. So what's going to happen is when I hover over something like this, it's going to separate the background from their heads. If I go to this part of the image, it's going to separate this part from his head, the drink, the newspaper. If I go to, the sandwich containers, then it's just going to be the sandwich containers, and it's going to edit out, perfectly in between this part of the image to the back.
Oh, is he going to try it and it's not going to happen, or it's going to do more and a lot of weird stuff happening when he tries to do the
ground or the foreground or anywhere else? So when I click on the hand of, the left hand of Elon Musk, it should just be on his hand, because his hand is totally separate. It's a different skin tone than Donald Trump's, because as you can see, Donald Trump's face is different than his face. Then if I go to the other hand, it should just go to the hand, or maybe just him. That's it. But you're going to find out that it appears, I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just saying it appears that
someone's been added in, or the whole scene is a fake scene or something, or
this is not a real person.
Yeah.
This is a robot.
A robot? Damn.
This guy is controlling it. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'm just showing you in real time how that's possible. So let's just see, maybe somebody tampered with the EXIF information, knowing that somebody like me would come along and go, what the, right? And make a big old joke about it. So maybe that's it. Maybe there's QAI involved. You see, that's quantum artificial intelligence. Who knows? Let's go ahead and take a peek. Here we go. We're going to activate the program. What's going to happen is, when I click on this, this will wash. It'll be like...
The AI hasn't got the capability to do all that sort of stuff right now. It hasn't. It's not even AI. It's just a really fancy search engine. This stuff online, that's all it is. It's a fancy search engine. Nothing else. Not thinking for itself.
And then we'll begin. Here we go. See there? Point to the object to select. So we're gonna go, see how it does this? It is selecting this background, and it's essentially removing everything out except for this part. So let's go ahead and go to the background here. Let's go to this little part of the background. You see how it separated it between this and this and that in his head. It's totally separate. So let's go to the shades behind Elon Musk.
Hey Brian, what's up?
It separated it from this, the background, his face, his ear, his jacket. It's only this, right? So if I come back down here and I go to the carton that I was talking about, where the McDonald's carton would be, see how
is that music? The drill?
separates this from everything else, because this carton has nothing to do with the salt shaker. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fries. It doesn't have anything to do with the sauce. It doesn't have anything to do with the tables. It's of itself. Let's go to the next one, shall we? The same thing over here. This is of its own.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the background, nothing to do with the fries or his hand or his
I'll get what
face
you're saying.
or
I'll
his
get
eye
it.
or- Nothing. It's separate. Let's go to the French fries. This is merely to show you that everything is separate.
So he's going to do it on Donald. By the looks of it, just his head pops up. Not going to outline his whole body. I don't know what that means. I mean,
okay.
Is that how it would actually work, though?
We are going to go to Donald Trump's. We're going to go to. We'll go to Donald Trump's face. Let's go to Donald Trump's face. Let's see what happens. Give it a second. I don't know why that popped up, but it probably popped up because I accidentally hit it. Okay, there's Donald Trump's face. Let's go to his hairline. Right? There you go. There's his hairline. See how that works? Okay. Click off of those. Now, what we're going to do, it went to one of the salt shakers there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go on Elon Musk's hand again. Okay. Because his hand has nothing to do with anything else. Let's go to his right hand, shall we? Yeah. Excuse me. Why are all these dots showing up on Donald Trump's face, his tie, his jacket? What is going on? How does Elon Musk's hand have anything to do with Donald Trump?
They're taking the picture, and then the person that puts the picture at the publisher or whatever go in and touch it up or something with the. I don't know. Looks random the way it's just been, little bits have been. I don't know where the light would hit as well. I don't know. It is kind of odd. You are right, Laura. It is odd.
What is happening here? As you see, I'm moving it around, and you'll see there's a couple of dots on Donald Trump's chin, his forehead, around his ears, his shoulder, his thigh. What is happening here? See there? You gotta admit, that's crazy. And as I move it around, the little dots around his head keep changing. What does one have to do with the other? Apparently they're connected. Or maybe the program's malfunctioning, guys. What do you think? I don't know.
It's picking up the changes that's been done in Photoshop or something. That's probably more like it.
Elon Musk has been bragging about his robots and how great they are. Is this a display?
Hey, what's up, Trick? Brian? I think I said hello to Brian.
Is this a display of who is going to rule over you? Just asking a question. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying something's goofy going on here, buddy. And I hope it's just one big mistake, because can you imagine how badly people would have been tricked? Anyway, that's it. I'm monographed and can't speak freely. You're simply not free.
Trump bots. Imagine having a whole police force of Trump bots. Just send them out onto the streets. Right, let's just, I think, Vinny put this one in there. So watch it on subtitles. Depends how long it is. Oh, dang. Bender.
Maar toch doet dat de sfeer. Ik ben benieuwd wat er gebeurt als ze nou eigenlijk naar buiten komen. Dus laten we een kijkje nemen. Wat een leuke, gezellige mensen.
Yeah, it just looks like any other football match. This is what happens. One side chases the other.
Iedereen komt naar buiten gestormd. Het is afwachten wat gaat gebeuren. Joden. We lopen nu richting de Belmer Arena. En je merkt dat er wat jongeren over straat lopen. Die nogal onrustig tegen de politie doen. Dus ja, maar volgens mij, het is weer, ze schelden ze gewoon uit en dan rennen ze weer weg. Inmiddels wordt iedereen die onrustig is gewoon weer weggestuurd. Stad verloopt rustig, maar we gaan verder zoeken op Centraal Station. Kijk, alles
Central Station. Yeah. I remember going there.
Als je niet elkaar tegenkomt, als je niet op hetzelfde spoor. Minder ruzie. Alles voorkomen. Ook tussen de poortjes. En bij de NS staat gewoon een hond. Gewoon om even af te schrikken. In de metro zit de sfeer er gelukkig wel in. Nu nog rijdt het op Centraal Station. Er rijden trouwens 3 trams gewoon bijna tegen elkaar aan. Misschien is het bouwen ze een soort muur. We komen van 2 kanten. We komen van 2 kanten.
Yeah, I remember getting on these trams when we was in Dam. We didn't realise that they just went around in a circle. We was stoned out of our heads on this tram and just ended up back in the same place where we got on. It was just like, what? Oh, hello.
De conflicten komen nu.
Zo dan. Zo dan. Kom je bijdraaien?
Zo hé. Zo, oké. Er kwamen terug. Ze zijn zeg maar die 2 groepen. 1 groep.
Alright, so if you want to watch the rest, this is the actual footage that Vinny's put in there. What they were using. This is the whole context of it all. If you want to go and just watch that, that's on a site called Bender. 1.6 million views, so I've got to be careful. So yeah, if you want to watch the rest of that, you know where it is. What's this one? Global Dystopia. How long does it go for, and how many? Oh, this is M. Cool. Hey there, Dean. Welcome. Hey, Squirrel. I'm just going to make a drink, guys. Back in a sec.
Cut it out.
But you have to understand. They're not really tell us they are. Firstly, you have to have intellectual honesty. Secondly, you have to have courage to question what you've been taught and programmed to believe. And thirdly, you have to have integrity to get past the first two. You see what I'm saying? You know, a lot of you guys, like Logan's included, have integrity.
Nice.
But if you're honest with yourself, we don't know where we are or why we're here. Maybe I'm here to do this, I don't know. But I feel obligated to keep trying to wake people up to the fact that we don't know where the fuck we are, and we don't know why the fuck we're here. That's a fact of reality. Enemy spotted. It's so simple, but so hard for people to comprehend. Why is that? Because of the first two reasons. You lack intellectual honesty, you lack the courage to admit that. Then when you find your integrity, those first two things will come eventually. It may take years for some people. But I've always had it. And nobody can take that away from me. Laugh at me, mock me, ridicule me, shun me, ignore me. It doesn't fucking change anything. It doesn't change reality. This is all the proof we need. You know, the same idiot sent me a picture of a glass of water full right to the rim. And he thinks that's proof of curved water. What? He doesn't know the basic principles of physics of water. Wow. You know, he doesn't know the basic principles of liquids and gases and how they behave. Wow. Because once you do admit and you have intellectual honesty. Enemy spotted. And the courage to admit that. Enemy spotted. It's easy to see. It's surface tension. A glass full of water. Take a quarter-inch out of that glass and what happens to the water? Oh, it's still curved, he said. Okay.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Your bathtub's screwed. The pool's screwed. You know?
Hello.
These clowns think a droplet of water or surface.
Hey there, Jim.
Meniscus, they call it, in the glass is proof of curved water. The concept just reaffirm all their fucking biases. You know? It's not up to flat earthers to prove the globe. It's up to the globe to prove itself. You feel me, you guys? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Am I being dishonest? Am I lying to you? Please let me know in the comments if you think I'm lying to you. Or I have an agenda. Or I'm a shell. Or a gatekeeper. You know, the thing that dishonest people, and they don't even know they're being dishonest. That's how fucking deep the programming is. You're defending a lie, and you don't even realize it. How fucking retarded is this society? You know, we got people wearing masks, defending the pandemic lie, thinking that they're safe. We have police officers manhandling people all over the world. It's ridiculous. You know, there's been a lot of these cops speaking out. Well, okay, maybe they're legit. Maybe they're not. Have you ever thought maybe because of all the backlash that the police are getting, and you know, the social upheaving and uproar of being restricted and not being able to fucking travel freely and live your life, they're getting backlash. So, is it possible that they put these, you know, I've seen 2 of them now, these so-called good cops, you know, trying to, you know, wake up other cops to be more respectful of our constitutional rights that they violate every fucking day. Just maybe, they're put out there to take some of the backlash, just take some of the heat off the cops. You know? These cops are enforcing laws made by politicians that have agendas, and it's not in our, none of them are in our best interest.
Nice!
They swore an oath not to protect the legal system, but the fucking Constitution, our Bill of Rights, our Charter of Rights. That's what these cops failed to fucking mention. That they're violating our civil rights. These good cops. You know? You know? I'm just being an optimist, a skeptist.
Guys, the picture on Trump Force 1 and the 1721 picture by Diets Lutzen is done by AI. It's a play on words, these nuts. Dietz Lutzen. Oh. Thank you, Dan, for that. Thank you, Dan, for that.
Society where people think for them fucking selves. No, I can't have that. No.
How you doing, Stephen? Mr. Watson's in the house. Great to see Stephen in.
Can't have people not believing in their sci-fi fantasies. Black holes and Mars. What happened to the moon not being in space? Now it's in our atmosphere. And people, the sheeple still don't fucking get it.
I know.
We lost the technology.
I know, people are insane. You know, flat earthers, we were saying, you know, the moon and sun are local, obviously, in our atmosphere. We were saying it for years, then suddenly NASA come out and said it. Well, I wonder why. And, you know, the Globies just ate it up, right? Didn't question it.
People still don't get it.
The moon is in our atmosphere. Really?
Thousands and hundreds of thousands of miles away to you. If you use your common sense, do you feel like you're moving? No. I can't prove the globe. You can't prove the globe. Nobody can prove that fucking utter ridiculous retarded globe. That's why we're still here. That's why flat Earth ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. True. M's talking facts there. It ain't going nowhere. The more they try and squash it, the more it's going to grow. And it's been picking up over the last few months, I think. Okay, that was M's. Right, this is the drill. Your brothers. Let's go. Who put this in there? The drill. Does that calm down?
I serve packing the bands back on the regular. And I'ma tell her how she sing for me T-Pain. Your mama's hooked on the packs, I'll be selling her. I click Emma's and bang them and I'm a nuts. I feel his head with the lead like a mukbang. The magazine made me lean when I walk in the drumstick will make a head bang like a punk band. Hop in the cab, I'm banging me crossword up. Head in the west and I'm banging a posh bird. Couple of cans and a puff on me death stick. Clicking my fingers, he's cutting me cough there. Ringing the barbells, bringing the website. I'm flinging the dry food, bringing the cassette. They're belling me non-stop, sending the lads there. Hopping me drops up, I'm running the man down. Mr. Big Bucks, I'll be looking at business. Straight to kill, mama got me up on a Rick list. Pole position, had a fella running the distance. I'll be banging, giving a triplets.
Oh,
the bigger
my
the bang,
God.
the bigger the butt crack, the bigger the chance the birds up in context. The figure's a big deal, a pen on the contracts.
He'll be wearing that tracksuit.
And I'll be whipping the wire, puffing a Benson, pushing a pack, the full stack like I'm benching, giving the fish scale, they slide like a penguin, flipping the chick on my bills, why fuck a pension. Slow mo vision, I've been puffing the peace pipes, selling free fires to the fiends by the seaside. I'm a tail lines in the seams of my levers with a stack figure, the Nicki Minaj we earn. And I'ma tell her how she sing for me T-Pain. Your mama's hooked on the packs, I'll be selling her. I click Amazon, bang, I'm a nut saying. I feel his head with the lead like a mukbang. The magazine made me lean when I walk in the drumstick, I'm making that bang like a punk band. Hop in the cab, I'm banging me crossword up. Heading the west and I'm banging a posh bird. Couple of cans and a puff on me death stick. Click on my fingers, he's cutting me cough there. Ringing the barbells, bringing the website. I'm flinging the dry food, bringing the cassette. They're belling me non-stop, sending the lads there. Hopping me drops up, I'm running the man down. Mr. Big Bucks, I'll be looking at business. Dressed to kill, mama got me up on a Rick list. Pole position, had a fella running the distance. I'll be banging, giving the triplets. The bigger the bag, the bigger the butt crack, the bigger the chance the birds up in me context.
This video is brilliant.
Deal a pen on the contract, sign me up, baby, give a tip when it's up there. And I'll be whipping a wire, puffing a Benson, pushing a pack, the full stack like I'm benching, giving the fish scale, they slide like a penguin, flipping the chick on my bills, why fuck a pension. Slow mo vision, I've been puffing the peace pipes, selling free fires to the fiends by the seaside. I'm a tail lines in the seams of my levers with a stack figure, the Nicki Minaj we earn.
Quality. I like it just for the video, so it's got to go on the list. Videos quality. Right. Hold up a sec, guys. Hold up one sec, please. Oh, I can play that. I can play because it's only 6 minutes. Right. So we how to get through. Quite a few to get. I don't think we've got the time. Oh. Okay.
How you doing? Okay, this is a video that I was asked to make by someone commenting on my videos. This is about the upward rising Earth claim. This is something I debunked whenever it first turned up a year and a half, 2 years ago within the flat Earth arena. The Earth is flat and it is non-rotating, but it is also not rising upward at a rate of 9.81 meters per second squared, right?
I'll be back in a sec, guys.
This claim originates actually with Albert Einstein. His equivalence principle is is based around how to make this work on a globe, because it's best designed, it's best as a concept. It works best on a flat plane, but it's all a load of rubbish. Now, I have, as I said, I debunked this in the past. I even made a video on it, but some people found the video a little bit confusing, and a lot of people have never seen the video at all. I probably added a few elements into the video I probably shouldn't have. So this is going to be a much more straightforward video. It's going to be, I'm not going to focus on whether there's a claim of an upward rising Earth that has a constant acceleration or an upward rising Earth that has a constant velocity. I'm not going to focus on different things to do with air travel and balloons and all this. I'm going to keep it just the one thing and the most simple way to annihilate this whole heap of rubbish, right? Now, it's funny that people are still even talking about this, because I debunked it. It's over. If it's debunked, it's debunked. That's it. End of story. But people either haven't seen it or just have ignored that. Whatever. Either way, I'm not interested in debating any of these people. This is the end of it. This is the debunk, right? That nobody wanted to deal with 2 years ago or whatever. So this is it. If the Earth is rising up, right, within their paradigm, whether it be Albert Einstein or any of the people claiming it now, weight, it does not actually exist as a downward force. It is purely apparent. So in other words, if you see something fall, it's not actually falling, it's sitting in free space awaiting the Earth to come up to meet it. So you're standing on the Earth, you leave go of your phone sits in free space and the Earth comes up to meet it. But from your perception, that phone fell down, right? So weight does not and cannot exist within this paradigm. As if anyone is claiming that weight does exist and the Earth is rising up, then they've just notified that the Earth is rising up. Because weight can't exist, things can't have different rates of fall, etc., etc., etc. Point being is that weight is all only apparent within that paradigm, within this paradigm. So we know that weight does exist, right? As weight is a downward force on our weighing scales, right? On a scales, that's the whole point of a weighing scales, is that there's a downward force applied to the scales. Now, that scales needs something underneath it that's solid. So when that force is applied to the scales, that the scales registers that weight, that downward force, right? But if the Earth is rising up, then, and weight is only apparent, right? So if the Earth is rising up and weight is only apparent, so there is an upward vector, right, and no downward vector, what would that mean, right? It would mean that you and a car would always weigh the same thing. And what would that be? It would be zero. Because you don't have any weight, the car doesn't have any weight. So consequently, if you don't have any weight, right, and your car doesn't have any weight, then neither you nor your car have any inertia. So that means you have zero resistance to acceleration. So you can change your car here for Empire State's Building, or for dump truck, whatever you want, right? Mountain, it doesn't matter. You, the car, the mountain, the building, whatever, has no weight. So you don't have any inertia, so you have no resistance to acceleration, right? Now we know that when we stand on a scales or put anything onto a scales, that there is a downward force upon that scales. You know, on a big scales, you stand on it, and if you can drive your car onto it, that side on the right here is going to go down further than the one on the left. It's going to lift you up because the car is greater in weight than you. It has a greater resistance to acceleration because it has greater inertia. Simple as. But if there isn't weight, then the car doesn't have any inertia, the same as you. So none of you have weight. Not the car, not you, not anything. So the point being is that we know that when we stand on a weighing scales, right, that if I stand on a weighing scales and any of you stand on a weighing scales, we're going to show all different weights. How is that possible if the weight is only an apparent effect of an upward rising Earth? That would mean that everything would have the same weight, which would be zero. Basically what it means is that the existence of weighing scales would be nullified. If the Earth was rising up and weight was only apparent, as it could only be within that paradigm, weight cannot exist within that paradigm. That means that weighing scales would be non-existent. There'd be no need for them because there's nothing to weigh. Nothing has weight. Everything would weigh the same. So whether it be your car, another person, a building, whatever, it's all zero on the scales. So that's why this is a load of rubbish, right? It's not the only reason. There's many ways to debunk it. But the point is, this is the simplest way, right? The fact that weighing scales exists means that this can't. It's that simple. Because this means that the weighing, what is registering on the weighing scales, the differences that's registered on the weighing scales, those differences between me and you, or you and your car, or whatever, right, can't exist within this paradigm. But they do exist That means weight scales exist, weight exists, this paradigm does not. It's that simple. Okay, that's the end of that. Thank you.
I accidentally released my chute.
Hello, Flat Earth researchers, debaters and debunkers. Sorry, no camera. It's refusing to work with OBS. So we'll give this a go anyway.
That's quite low, isn't it?
Maybe I'll just end up.
I can barely hear Nick. That's up full, and it's not even. Oh, hold on. Have I?
Weekend so far.
Hold on. Oh, it's up full.
It's Saturday evening here in Phuket. Sunny Phuket, getting sunnier as the.
I can barely hear you, Nick. If I can't hear Nick, then no one in the chat's going to hear Nick. I have to go to the next. Just go to the next one. I couldn't hear him.
Now it's time for Lefties Losing It. Let's hear from a lefty losing it.
It's only 6 minutes, guys, this.
Presidential predictor Alan Lichtman got it very wrong when he...
No, you've seen it already, idiot. Go to the next one.
My sole objective.
Okay, cool.
In making these videos,
back in a sec, guys.
try and bring awareness.
The floor is wet from the heavy rain and may be slippery.
To help people question this reality. It is a battle. It's a daily struggle to expose yourself and tell the world you don't live on an imaginary spinning ball in an imaginary infinite galaxy far, far away. Number one, everything's false. And from what I can see, humanity is not very humane. You have politicians, kings and queens, just in control of this deception, this hierarchy of deception. People are more interested in watching cars go to Mars and the man on the moon. Japan sending a probe to the dark side of the moon than they are about people that are starving and suffering. And I've recently made a conscious choice to not feed my brain that bullshit. We've been extorted, confused, and subjected to utter fucking bullshit, people. Because what we've been subjected to and the state of affairs of this place has caused me a lot of anxiety. With the amount of injustice and humanity that I see, people are more enemy spotted. Focused on illusion and propaganda and reality and actually helping themselves and helping people. There's a lot of suffering. There's still a lot of
You're crazy.
Realize that reality isn't what you've been taught or told. It's like a levee breaking in your mind. It's, you know, it's almost euphoric. And then there's a process of contemplation, and it becomes kind of an obsession for me. I'm determined to do what I can to expose this deception. And putting your face out there to the world is not easy. Enemy spotted. But for me, it's a necessity. It's just my nature. I don't know. I always resisted authority. It's time to start critical thinking. We have to break free of this enslavement system. Free ourselves from the dogma of this religious woke cult.
Shit. You gotta be fucking kidding me, right? Two objects in front of the moon, yo. There's one. It is right there, casting a shadow on the moon. And right there's another one. I don't know what those are. That right there. There's the other one right there. Fuck. You fucking kidding me? Where'd it go? There's nothing on my screen because it'd be there again. It's not. Where'd that thing go? Where'd it go? Where'd that object go? Trying to see if it's there. The fuck was it? Oh, there it is right there. I think. Come on, where's it at? Nope, that's not it. I'm trying to look for that thing. Where's it go? Where did it go? If it was something on my camera, you'd see it, but it's not. Where'd it go? That's not it. Oh, there's something else right there. No. That it? No. Where'd that object go? Stop.
Good evening, everyone. I just wanted to do a really quick, short video on the moon landings because there are thousands and thousands of videos out there that you can look up about how the moon landing was a hoax, that it was all fake. But I want to break it down to you really short and fast. And what I'm going to do it with is NASA's own pictures of the astronauts on the moon. Now, the first thing I want you to notice is this is one of the very first pictures that will pop up when you get to NASA's website or Google pictures from the moon landing. This is one of the very first ones they will show you, which is Buzz Aldrin standing on the moon, and supposedly that's Neil Armstrong taking the picture. But what I want you to notice is look behind Buzz Aldrin. Look at where the horizon line supposedly of the moon is. It's like 50 yards behind him, and then everything is just solid black, dark after that. So, you know, you're supposed to believe that the sun is shining on the moon right now, but it's only lighting up about 50 yards behind Buzz Aldrin. Okay? Now pay very close attention to that. Now, let's zoom in on Buzz Aldrin's helmet. I want to show you something really interesting here. Okay, now so you can see a close-up here. As you look in his helmet, you're seeing what he's seeing, right? So if you look in the helmet, the horizon line of the other side of the moon is about another 50 yards away. So how can that be possible that the sun is only lighting up about the size of a football field of the moon? Think about that. In all directions. It's like no matter which way you look, 50 yards away is the edge of the moon. And this is in every single picture that I'm going to show you. So check this out. Here's one of the lunar module by itself. Look behind it. Same distance, about 50 yards out. Right here, again, about 50 yards out. And again, we have about the same distance here. The same distance in every one of these pictures is the horizon edge of the moon, supposedly. Now, we're going to use the flag for an example, and we're going to look at it from different angles. Once again, the horizon line is about 50 yards out. Now, let's look at the flag from a different angle. Check that out. Once again, the horizon edge of the moon, supposedly, is about 50 yards away. No matter which picture you look at, no matter which picture. Here's another one. Check it out. Same distance. Here's another one. Same distance. And this camera shot's even taken from a higher elevation, but still looks the same. The background still looks the same distance away. Here's another one. No matter which picture you look at, especially this one right here where they're showing you the Earth from the moon. Look how far away the horizon of the moon is. Like they're always at the edge of the moon, that the sun doesn't go any further. It's just that one little spot of the moon the sun's lighting up. And the whole time they're there, it's only in that one spot. As you can see, here's another one. Here's another one. Here's another one of the helmet. See the horizon? Now look at the reflection of the horizon on the other side in the helmet. Same distance. Even in the pictures of the moon buggy running around. Look in the background, how far the horizon line is away. And every single one, doesn't matter which one of those pictures you look at taken from the moon, on the moon, supposedly, just look at the background. The only thing lit up is about 50 yards every way, which doesn't matter which way you look. the horizon line is always about 50 yards away. So if you were to believe all this stuff is real, then you have to believe that the sun is only shining on the whole moon's surface, that it's only lighting up about the size of a football field. That's what you have to believe, okay? If you believe that these pictures are real. They're not real. That's why I just showed you that the reason you see such a short distance, which is supposedly the sunlight, is because it's studio lights in a studio. It's fake. And oh, the pictures are real. The pictures are definitely real. But the background and where they're at, it's not real. Get over it, people.
My sole objective in making these videos is to try and bring awareness
The floor is wet from the heavy rain and may be slippery.
to help people question this reality. This inequity we've been subjected to. It is a battle. It's a daily struggle to expose yourself and tell the world you don't live on an imaginary spinning ball in an imaginary infinite galaxy far, far away. Number one, everything's false. And from what I can see, humanity is not very humane.
Hey y'all, Space Miner checking in. So check this out. That is a famous wall. It is the Blue Whale Wall. And this is New Orleans. Look at this. Oh my goodness. Y'all, it is like a mid to high 60s, maybe low 70s. The air is oh so thick and I love breathing it. So much oxygen. I love it. Right behind the blue wall is the Hilton Riverside. And this is where some friends of ours are going to be hanging out for the 2024 Investors Conference, and I am here as well. We are really close. Look at that. You see that bridge? See that sign? Well, y'all, that Gulf is right there. It's right there. And I'm right here. And I'm loving it. And I'm super excited. So, that being said, y'all, I am nervous. I'm excited. I am completely outclassed at this conference, and so this is going to be a great learning environment for me because I've got so much to learn, and this is wonderful. Nothing wrong with not knowing. What's wrong is when you don't want to know anymore, you know? And so I have got some learning to do, and it's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm totally motivated, and I can't wait to see some friends, and I can't wait to get this little shindig done. And so, that being said, we're going to try to give y'all some views on the way, and we're going to try to have some fun with this and see where it goes. So, that being said, Space Miner, checking out. Bye, guys.
Sorry, guys, my mate's turned up here, so I'm going to be a little while. Woo!
Yeah, flat Earth. Is the Earth flat, or is it a spinning ball? Well, about 7 years ago, I saw a video on YouTube. Someone pouring water over a ball, and that was it for me. I didn't need any proof. I didn't need any more than that. That was enough, and I haven't changed my stance on that. The fact that the Earth is in the ball Earth is impossible. As soon as I saw that water go on that ball, I thought, yeah, that's it. That's my reality. That is what I experience. So unless something can be shown to me that will alter that, what I've seen, I will never, ever, ever, ever believe that I live on a spinning ball. I don't really talk about much else, to be honest. Whenever anyone ever talks about the shape of the Earth and that's all I can think about. Whatever is up there or down there, to me is irrelevant. You know, it's just that image of the water not staying on that ball was enough, and I don't need any other explanations or experts to try and convince me of anything else. That was it, and I will always stick to that. See you later.
Okay, I want you to notice how the power lines merge inward and downward the further they are away from you. And the same thing when you look down a long corridor or a hallway. Notice how the lights on the ceiling merge downward and they seem to get smaller the further away they are. The same way with the doors, the same way with the floor. See how everything merges in and gets smaller? And you'll see the same thing here with the street lamps. Notice how they merge inward and downward the further away they are from you. And you'll see the same thing with railroad tracks. Notice how they merge inward and seem to get smaller towards the end and eventually disappear off into the horizon. And the same thing here. Notice how the tracks merge inward and seem to get smaller. So do the street lamps and the tiers to the right as they fade off into the horizon. Remembering the ground is level and the objects are in a straight line, just like the bottles that we have on the table here. Notice they're all in a perfect straight line and they're all level. But watch what happens when we change the angle of perspective, as you can see here. Now, notice how all the bottles merge inward and seem to get smaller towards the end of the table. Now, if this table were longer, the bottles would disappear just like the street lamps and the railroad tracks, because they're going beyond the vanishing point, beyond the limit of our vision. Well, the sun does the same thing, as you can see here. Notice how it merges inward and downward and appears to get smaller in size the further that it moves away from you. It's just going out of your perspective. For instance, look at these street lights. Notice the one up close looks larger, and then they appear to get smaller the further away, and they merge inward and go downward. That's all due to perspective. These street lamps are not going over a curve, they're just going out of your line of sight. So, as you can see, the sun does not set nor does it rise. It only moves in and out of your perspective, your line of sight. And once it moves beyond the vanishing point, you just can't see it anymore. Kind of like a sunrise, for example. Take these street lamps. See how they merge inward and they seem large up close and they seem to get smaller the further away? Well, the same thing happens with a sunrise. If you watch the sun rise, as you can see here, notice how the further away the sun is, the smaller it appears. And as it gets closer, it appears to get larger. Just like the street lamps, just like the railroad tracks, just like a hallway. It's all due to perspective. And it also depends on your location, where you are positioned at when you are looking at the object that is moving away from you or moving toward you. Now, some people will see the sun directly over the head moving in a straight line, depending on which time of the year it is and what country you're in. But as you notice here, the sun appears to get smaller the further that it moves away, just like the street lamps. It's not going over a curve, it's just going out of your line of sight. And like I said, also it depends on your location and your position. Say, for instance, here, notice how the street lamps seem to merge to the left and downward. Okay, now watch as we move directly in line with them. Now you see how they're all in a straight line, merging downward towards the horizon. Now watch what happens when we get on this side of them. Okay, now notice how they merge inward and downward to the right. Like I said, it all depends on your location and where you're positioned at as the sun passes and is moving out of your line of sight. For example, if I move this bulb across this string, which is tied perfectly level across this countertop, it just looks like it's moving in a straight line. But let's look at it from down on the flat Earth point of view, using the line of bottles as our horizon. As you can see, the light bulb is not going over a curve. It's going straight across the counter, across the string. It just appears that way due to perspective. Now, for example, let's look at it on a smaller scale. Take a person that is walking away from you, like right here. You notice the field goal and the bleachers are all at ground level. Now, watch what happens when the guy walks beyond your perspective, beyond your line of sight. Now you see, if this flat football field continued on and on, you eventually wouldn't see this guy anymore. He would disappear totally out of your line of sight. Now, we all know that there's no big curve in the middle of this football field. If it was, it'd be one heck of a game, right? So now I hope you can understand that the sun does not set nor does it rise. It merely only moves out of your line of sight due to perspective.
sitting in the sun, just outside the shade. Just me and the ghost of the choices I made. Yet another one's gone. I guess she's not the one. It's like saying goodbye to the sun. Her kisses were diamonds, and her eyes, they were gold. Her kindness like morphine for an old broken soul. Yet another one's gone. I guess she's not the one. It's like saying goodbye to the sun. In a land without water, well, a man would run dry. But in a land without sunshine, well, a man would be blind. Yet another one's gone. I guess she's not the one. It's like saying goodbye to the sun. Here we all of the story of the troubadour man, but the lives that he's broken, we don't talk about them. And yet another one's gone. I guess she's not the one. It's like saying goodbye to the sun. It's like saying goodbye to the sun.
Good morning, aloha from Florida. So I was just watching some videos on the SR-71 and the X-15 hypersonic jet. Interesting stuff. The SR-71 allegedly flies at Mach 3, which is over 2,000 miles per hour, at an altitude of about 80,000 feet, which is 15 miles over the surface of the Earth. You know, you can barely see a commercial jet at 7 miles, right? So the X-15 is allegedly Mach 6 at 4,000 miles an hour at about 60 miles over the surface of our flat and stationary Earth. Here's the question. How much curvature would they have to account for if the Earth were a ball? How often would they have to be nosing their aircraft down to maintain the same altitude? Because aircrafts fly straight and level. That is a term in aviation. Straight and level flight. Airplanes really do fly through the air over a plane. But all of you Globers out there, go ahead and figure out how much they would have to dip their nose down to stay at the same altitude at 2,000 miles an hour, Mach 3, and at 4,000 miles an hour, Mach 6. Get back with me, let me know. Also, the real kicker is this. How do they maintain lift when they're dipping their nose down? The Earth is flat. Go check out Eddie Allen Carr. Flat Earth Banjo is his channel on YouTube. His book is 16 Emergency Landings Proving Flat Earth. Have a great day. God bless.
Did you know that submarines prove the Earth is flat? They use sonar and bounce it off of other objects, similar to the way radar is used. A submarine near the ocean floor can find other submarines 100 miles away by bouncing that sonar and getting the return back. That's not possible on a globe because there would be a mile of Earth, a mountain, a mile high between them and the other submarine. Similarly, battleships also can, with a laser, pinpoint target other ships 100 miles away. And we all know lasers don't go through water. There would be a mountain of water over a mile high between two objects on a globe. Radar also shows that the Earth is not a globe. I was watching a video recently of a gentleman that used to be a fighter pilot discussing this in detail. As always, any comments or questions, let me know.
Hi, this is CGI. None of this is real. You can never live on Mars. NASA is the biggest deceiver of all. Bakery, bakery. Pluto, the dog on Pluto the planet. Weird. It's like they're making fun of you. You guys think this is what the sun really looks like? And you really think that the Earth is that tiny? A speck of dust? You think this is real? It's not real. None of it is. It's all lies. All of it. Big, fat lies. 17 billion suns. Just because they tell you it's so doesn't make it true. If I show you a picture of Santa Claus and Superman, does that make them real too? Nope, it sure does not. I'm just gonna leave this right here. Pause to read. You guys do know that the rockets always curve. They never just go straight up and out. They always curve. Maybe it's because we live in a container. And maybe that's why Earth has pressure. Because you can't have pressure without a container. Weird. Is this why government documents, NASA documents, assume the Earth is flat and non-rotating? Because it is flat and non-rotating? I wonder, is that why that guy lost in court twice? Because he couldn't prove the motions of the Earth without using a computer program? And is this why only government space agencies with their CGI show curved? And only people whose jobs rely on the lie show curve with their fisheye lens? But all observable observation from land, sea, and air show a stationary level plane. Is it because they don't want us believing in a divine creator? That they don't want us to believe that the human body is intelligently designed? That they don't want us to believe that the air we breathe is intelligently designed for our lungs? And how the sun is needed by all living things. It's like the sky is a perfect clock and calendar, but they don't want us believing that any of it was made for us, or that we're the center of creation. It's like they want us to believe that we're monkeys.
Hey ChatGPT, without using any logical fallacies and based on all the data that you have, what would you say that the globe Earth is? A fact or a theory?
Hello guys, I have a question for anybody who believes in the globe. Y'all are walking on thin ice right about now. But anyways, this is June solstice, this is the March equinox, this is the September equinox, and this is the December solstice. Now I'm looking completely in that direction, and I see the same exact constellations as if I were to look in that direction, a complete opposite direction. Are you following? At nighttime right there, I'm looking that way. Nighttime, that over there, that's in December, by the way. This is in June. Looking completely different ways, yet we see the same constellations. Any explanations?
Today, we're going to be exposing NASA. Space is not real, and I'm going to prove it to you with scripture. All right, guys, this is First Chronicles 16. Tremble before him, Yahuwah, everyone on earth. The earth is set, and it cannot be moved. They say it spins, right? But what does it say in Scripture? It cannot be moved. So right there, debunks the whole spinning cycle shit. Now, this is the same verse, just a different translation from the 2000 scriptures, the scriptures 2009, excuse me. Tremble before him, all the earth. The world is also firmly established, immovable, right? So it can't move ever. That's funny because NASA tells you that the world spins at this speed, at this curvature, and has this axis tilt. Coincidence? I don't think so. Right, and I'm going to show you guys what NASA means in a second, but look at their logo, right? It has the serpent tongue. And who led Adam and Eve astray in the garden? The snake. And I'm going to be showing you guys that. NASA and the meaning behind it. Okay, so this is what NASA means. To lead astray, to delude, seduce, or to deceive. Okay, so deceive. They're deceiving you. Okay? Okay, on some translations, it will say, and the woman said, the serpent beguiled me. The serpent, okay? So I want to show you guys something that goes deeper into it. So you know the word NASA, right? N-A-S-A. Okay, look at the word serpent, and I'm going to show you guys in a different translation. Same exact verse, different translation. And Yahuwah the Mighty One said to the woman, what is this you have done? And the woman said, the Nahash deceived me. The Nahash, okay, that's the serpent. But I want you guys to realize how close Nahash and Nasa look, because the word Nahash literally comes from NASA, the deceiver. That's what Nahash means, the deceiver, the serpent. As you guys can see, right, very similar to NASA because it comes from the word NASA, a snake, right? Okay, a reading from Job 9. He, Yahuwah, who removes mountains, and they do not know it, when he overturns them in his displeasure, who shakes the earth out of its place, and its columns tremble. So he just told you the earth has columns. And I'm going to be showing an illustration of this. So here's the 2 pillars. Well, there's 4 pillars, but I just did 2. This is also from Job 26. A law of encirclement on the face of the waters, the sea, until the end of light with darkness. So there's a law of encirclement. Okay, so there's a circle. And what he means by law is nothing can go out of the circle, right? It's Isaiah 66. And the earth is my footstool. I'll show you guys another verse. The Shamayim, the heaven, is my throne. And the earth is my footstool. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a footstool. All right, this is a footstool. Law of encirclement and the 4 pillars. He just said the earth is his footstool, right? How can this be a footstool? Have you guys ever seen a circle footstool with no legs? All right, and just I showed you guys the circle on top, the law of encirclement, and the pillars. There's 4 pillars. I only did 2. Right, a footstool shape. Sorry for the bad picture quality, but here's a more accurate depiction, right? Clearly, the circle on top and the 4 pillars, the footstool. So Yahusha made the air and placed some of the water above the air. So there's water above the air and some below it. Yahusha named the air sky. I'm going to show you guys. All right, here's a Hebrew cosmology. This is what the Hebrews believed in for a while, forever pretty much, until they got invaded. So here's the sky, as he just said. He put water above the sky and below it. Right, so there's water all around the top of the sky. There's no space. It's water. Right, and people are going to say I'm crazy. Well, how come every space rocket launch curves like that? Tell me. There's another one. I can go all day. They hit the top and they go back down. Same thing with the rainbow, not just rocket launches. Do you see a rainbow go into infinity and beyond? And no, bro. You see it hit the top and It curves down. I'm gonna show you guys why it does that. This is Isaiah 40. It is He, Yahuwah, who sits above the circle of the earth. The circle I just showed you, the law of encirclement. And its inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, and spreads them out like a tent to dwell in. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys how come rockets
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Curve down, because he just said
Hey,
the earth is like a
Sketchies.
tent to dwell in.
Super. How you doing, Brian?
Here's a modern tent, right? Goes up, curves down. Have you ever seen a tent with no roof? No, you have not. Here's like a tent more appropriate for that time period, right? Goes up,
hey, Tommy.
Curves down. How the earth is, the firmament. Here's another picture. Not as prevalent, but also that's why the SpaceX logo has that curve in it, because they're telling you straight up, we're not making it out, we're curving down.
What was Donkey
Standing at
saying?
the four
Logical.
corners of the earth, holding the four winds of the earth.
The earth is round.
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another messenger. So he's talking about
well
those
done.
angels
Thank you,
on
Logical,
the
for
four
that.
corners of the earth.
Get rid of these trolls.
And after these things, I saw four angels.
Thank you, Logical, for that.
Standing on the
Getting with a donkey.
Four corners of
obviously acting like a donkey.
The earth.
What a
Have
moron.
you guys ever seen a circle with four corners? I'll be waiting for it. Right, and Hebrews were not the only one that knew we had a stationary earth.
Going on here,
the Norse knew it, the Egyptians, the Hindus, the Mayans, of course the Hebrews, even the Greeks, even the Navajos.
Okay, let's just watch a little bit of Lucky. See what Lucky's got to say. It's an hour bloody long, this one.
Hey, YouTube, it's another perfect day in God's country, and I ain't lying. Sorry, I was pointing at myself. I'm trying to figure this out here. As per
That's not made it any better.
Completely unprepared. Got me some coffee. Got me.
I just changed the quality over because I thought it was bad, and it didn't change nothing. Lucky's still the same.
Me and Marlboro,
pixelated and
tucked away upstairs here in my jam room, and sometimes sleep room. It's really early in the morning and everybody's asleep. So sorry about the graininess. I don't have really good lighting in here. I got this light on over here in the corner. And yeah, I'm hardly awake actually, but haven't made a video in a long time, y'all. So first of all, let me say, it's pretty early. I just climbed out of the wreckage. But the best I can tell,
that's what he's drinking. That's what he's got in that cup right there, Brian.
I ain't lying. Thank you for taking
the hair of the dog there, Lucky.
Yet another minute out of your day to hang out with me, Lucky Haskins, for another moment of truth. For those of you who followed this channel since the beginning, you know that I've been, this past year just making less and less videos. And the videos I have been making have been kind of leaning towards the same subject. That subject is the mass psychosis being suffered by the...
Damn, sketches, man. Sorry to hear about that. Mate, my thoughts go out to you, man. I hope you're alright, sketches, man. Obviously not, but shit. Hey, Yannick, what's up? Look, my sister just died today. I did mouth-to-mouth heart pump, no good. Damn. Sorry to hear that, man. That sucks. Damn.
The populace of the United States, it would appear that it's, spiraling out of control rapidly, and that it's in the, I don't know, 30 to 40 percentile, possibly. I mean, I don't know, folks. I don't know. But I do know that the psychosis has finally been exposed.
Yeah, that's great loss puts you into a state of being lost. It really does. Yeah, I felt that myself over the last couple of years. sketchy. So I know exactly how you feel, mate. Yeah.
To the world, not just to
Crazy.
Americans, but to the world, the absolute state of psychosis that humanity.
It's hard to find the words, sketchies. It's hard because of the loss. There are no words, right? Anyone says. Yes.
A big portion of humanity is suffering greatly from, has been fully exposed at this point. If you're still in denial of this rampant illness, if you're still in denial that people are ill, that no, they just have different opinions. No, they're just really gay. No, they just really believe in this pseudoscience. No, they just really, really believe in outer space. They're not in psychosis. They really believe these guys. It's not a mental illness, Lucky. Come on. Scientists that spend a lifetime and go through all that schooling, then when they're confronted.
Material things don't matter, sketchies. But you got life, man. But you're breathing in air.
And told, but none of your science is verifiable in any way, shape, or form, let alone being independent of the observer. Therefore, it's not even science. It's simply agenda-based propaganda. What does the leaders, the top levels of academia say when you call that out and tell them, well, obviously that's an illness. It's a mental illness to willfully live in a false reality and deny that you're living in a false reality is clearly a mental illness. What happens when you go to the highest level of science, the highest levels of academia? They tell you, yeah, we know our science is not factual. We know there's no factual science that ever proved it was a globe Earth, but we don't teach science as if it's factual, Lucky. Everybody knows that this is just theoretical pseudoscience, and it's our best.
Yeah, man. Thoughts go out to sketchies. That's a hard thing to go through. It really is. Send him your positive thoughts and
Guesses. Of course, it's not anyone's best guesses, folks. It's the guess that they were indoctrinated into falling for, not only falling for and believing, but biasing every piece of science or engineering or anything they do to this horrifically wrong belief. They defend it, and then they say silly things like, it would be disrespectful, Lucky, to the scientists that came before us to question their work. Brilliant. These are the people pushing science into the future that think it's disrespectful to point out that somebody who came before you was an absolute buffoon and laying horseshit pseudoscience on people that only an extremely confused human being who has completely lost control of their intellectual faculties would ever attempt to claim has been verified or to push upon a civilization. Now, people, obviously, it only takes 1 to 2 generations to indoctrinate somebody and completely remove them from the reality that folks were in a generation before. We know this. People in this community know that these folks don't live on our timeline. They're not working on our timeline. People in this community know both sides are equally scripted. Okay? Your federal vote does nothing, folks. Donald Trump has been planned to be the president for at least 40 years. Okay? This is all scripted well in advance. These people are not on our timeline. They know exactly what they're doing. People now are talking about fixing the education system. You know, the first thing that we should give to kindergartners and first graders? They should all read the 3 World Wars from Albert Pike, a little page and a half that tells you the entire story. Folks, I've told you for almost 10 years.
I've played the video on here a few times. The Albert Pike letter. Go read it, guys. If you're new to this or don't know about it, go and have a look. I think he sent it to a prince or some king or something. Yeah, and it's in like 3 stages. Very interesting. I think it was written in 1880 something. Be cool. But it predicts First World War, Second World War, and the Third World War. So the first 2 have already come true, predicted. Right, and the third one's about to happen.
All you have to do is read the 3 world wars if you're curious as to what's going on. They've never left that script, and it was written in the late 1800s. They've never wavered. Now you got the new president-elect. You ain't going to get me calling him president till he's sworn in. Remember, America, he has not been sworn in. He is not your president yet. Please. Please remember this, folks. Okay? I just fear that this is just a huge trick. But if you don't think that the Albert Pike 3 World Wars, okay, they spent the last 15 years creating this woke, this absolute.
I've really busy afternoon, guys, so I've got to shut this down now. And we watch the rest of this Saturday, so it's all good.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Massive shout out to everyone that come in today. Sorry about the interruption there before. Internet went out again for some reason. I'm paying for the best internet you can get, so weird. It keeps happening when I'm live. Yeah, big shout out to everyone that come in today. Much appreciation, guys.
Just a little seed.
World War III been underway for a while now.
Just a little seed makes a big tree.
You're right there, Brian.
Grow so high, gonna touch the sky. Just a little
man. Pray for sketches, man. Never the tough one.
deep. Branches far and wide. Masonic lockdown in your hometown. Masonic lockdown.
Hey, cheers, Jax. Let's do some shout outs. Tommy, Brian, Jax, Jim, Magnetic Jim, Ultra Magnetic Jim, Ultra Magnetic Jim. Darren, Laura, Dr. E, Scotty, Dorian, Trip, Trip, on a mountain, Tony D, Dan MC, Darren N, The House, Tommy, Honor, Slow, Logical, can't get Logical, Tommy, Sketches, can't forget Sketches, thoughts go out to Sketches. Hope you pull through okay, mate, I really do. It's a tough time. We'll get there, mate. It takes a while. Laura, Janet, Dr. E, TV, Superside Wind Up, Mr. Super.
You best believe you're lying.
Martin, thank you, Martin. All seen Otto. Don't know if All seen Otto's a flat earther. I'm gonna have to check it out. Otto, are you a global Otto? Did you sneak in, Otto, without me knowing?
5G radio.
Nemo, thank you, Nemo. Slow, can't forget Slow, Jim, thank you, Jim. Donkey got timed out. Thank you, Logical, for timing out Donkey. I think I know who that is, but
Excuse me.
Marlene, thank you, Marlene. Marlene coming earlier.
The strategy of tension must
Chili Ing.
manipulation,
Chill stuff.
psychological operation, the general population.
Honor as well. Thank you guys, much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Right in front of your eyes.
Awesome, guys. Thank you.
Drama and lies. Look into my eyes.
I don't know if Sketches is still here. He might be listening. It's upsetting, man, isn't it? You know, he's probably going through it right now, and people talking about it, reminding him, and yeah, it's be emotional.
Thriving all alone, just a little seed makes a big tree, grows so high, gonna touch the sky. Just a little seed makes a big tree, spreads roots deep, branches far and wide. Masonic lockdown in your hometown. Masonic lockdown, can you feel me now? Masonic lockdown, soul shockdown, stay shakedown, a mass breakdown. Put your muzzle on, get back in your basket, get behind your doors, cause living here is drastic. Dr. Evil and his needle, Dr. Evil with a master plan, a false vaccine, like a bad dream. The plant's a microchip, every woman, child and man. The plant's a chip of soul.
Marlene, did you born winter solstice?
The land, the sky, your soul.
It's the 21st, right? Solstice starts. Is it the 21st, guys? Does it start before the 21st?
We're taking things that are genetically modified organisms and we're injecting them in little kids' arms. We just shoot them right into the vein. But you don't have a choice. People act like you have a choice.
The greatest form of control is where you think you're free when you're being fundamentally manipulated and dictated. One form of dictatorship is being in a prison cell and you can see the bars and touch it. The other one is sitting in a prison cell but you can't see the bar, you think you're free. What the human race is suffering from is mass hypnosis. We are being hypnotized by people like this. Newsreaders, politicians, teachers, lecturers. We are in a country and in a world that is being run by unbelievably sick people. The chasm between what we're told is going on and what is really going on is absolutely enormous.
Hey, Schlo, take care, dude. Have a great day. That fine week you got. Mo sitting over there in Germany with a couple of ounces, sitting there, looking at his plants grow, happily feeding the birds, happily observing the beasts, birds that can't fly because Schlo's overfed them.
That's the reason
they literally fall off and just hit the floor.
Never caught slipping, never underprepared. Yeah, they shade sign on me, they just spring it proudly. George Bush the
Have a good day, Schlo.
Crowley. They want you to believe a lot of the enemy Saudi.
See you Saturday morning, Brian. Hey, same to you, man. Much respect for gratitude to you, dude. Just for coming in. I do appreciate it. Like those people coming in.
People who believe in political throwback. That's not all that I'm here to present you. I know what
that's real support, you know. That's why I don't ever ask for money, and that's enough for me. Just people coming into the chat and having, you know, just talking and stuff.
About the Black Pope and Solomon's Temple. Yeah. About the Vatican assassins and how they will get you, and how they clone Barack Hussein Obama in a test tube.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit. What happened to the home of the brave? These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they made us fight and be slaves. And everybody's just walking around, head in the clouds, who wanna wake up to a dead in the grave. By then it's too late, we need to to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end.
Whoever built the pyramids had knowledge of electrical power. And you know that that's the information that they suppress and devour. Who you think the motherfuckers that crashed in the tower? Who you think that made it turn into ash in an hour? The same ones that invaded your own. The ones that never told you about the skeletons on the moon. Yeah, the ones that poison all the food you consume. The ones that never told you about the Mount Vesuvius tombs. The bird flu is a lie. The swan flu is a lie. Why would that even come as a surprise? Yeah, the beast has war, you wolf made you die. It caused cancer and it cost a lot of people their lives. Do y'all know about Bohemian Grove? How the world leaders sacrificing children in robes? Lucifer is God in the public school system. I suggest you open up your ears and you listen.
It's like we all know what's going down, but no one's saying shit what happened to the.
Oh, hey Dave, how you doing?
These motherfuckers, they controlling us now, and no one's talking about how they make
Giving a nice day.
And everybody's just walking around, head in the clouds, and won't awaken to a dead in the grave. But then it's too late, we need to be ready to raise up. Welcome to the end of days.
The greatest hypnotist on planet Earth is a oblong box in the corner of the room. It is constantly telling us what to believe is real.
If you can persuade them that what
you know, Jim, that's it, Jim. That's what it's about.
Because they'll laugh in the face of.
And I'll still really like passionate about the
bigger picture of what's happening.
It gives me the same buzz as it did like 10 years ago, 10, 15 years ago. Still gives me the same. Just getting the truth out there, isn't it? No matter the way you do it.
Did you know that government literally means mind control? They don't want you to find the road to find your soul. They knew you won't out if you knew you lived inside a dome. This is the reason why Copernicus designed the globe. It's mental imprisonment.
Yeah, he's a bonus. I mean, I don't even feel like I run a channel sometimes, Jim. It's just like just coming on and just speaking to friends. You know what I mean? People that I vibe with in the flat earth, let's say, community.
So I don't give a shit about.
And I've known a lot of the people in the chat for a long time, actually. Some of us go back real far.
They're illiterate. Some can't read between the lines, can't seem to see the.
And it's great to see those people still in the chat. You know, that means that they must feel the same way I do about the topic, right? And plus a lot of new people have come into this. And yeah, it's just about getting the truth out. I'm not interested in money and stuff like that. I never have not been my thing. It's just not my bag. I don't need it. I don't need the money, so why ask for it? Keep it. Go and give it to someone homeless. Plenty of homeless people out there that would love to.
Bada boom and bada bing. I stand by these bars like I'm standing right by the bing. The earth's flat. From Kenny, you heard that. This ain't a theory, I get it from research facts. If Earth spins and so does the moon, we should see different sides of the moon, but we never observed that. If 71% of the world is water and water is always
yeah, Suits, Scotty, Jim, Honor, Dorian. Who else? You, when you comes in, Martin, Astral. These are people that, Jax, Amanda. Yeah, just these are people that have been here for a long time.
I've seen every kind of sick, depraved act known to humanity, and still, when I see a black man walk by who has more money than me, I...
Chills as well. Chills, you know, I know you come in a little bit later, but...
to vomit my gizzards right into the gutter.
Chills has been around for quite a while now.
Maybe there is no reason. Maybe there's just a big blue ball out there that's mostly covered with water and we're just going along for the ride.
DJ Ill Will.
Oh, this is Mo jiggling balls in your mouth all day, every day.
Oh, cheers, Suits, for coming in as well, too.
Fuck with your her radio where you can stick a dick in your ear and shut the fuck up, bitch. But anyway, we got this new K-Dot record. I know you in traffic. Where you at, baby?
Down Rosecrans, 87 Regal, sipping on a gold can, gun tucked like the fetal position. Top dog coalition, coexisting with the coders, whoever quoted from California district. Been a corner like David Banner, I'm the owner of the marijuana aroma. You smelling, hit a donut, yelling it's me, bitches. Who did it? I did it. Take take them where they can't go. Like planet Venus, leaning like a mad scientist. Laboratory bottles of empty Heineken, telling stories about the ones that came before me. Chinaman squinting his eye because I'm blinded. Him my shining spit, then strike a light and they liking him because I like to win. Never lose, put me on a pedestal. Bet I pedal victories until I pedal off my shields. Welcome to the lion's room. Challenge anybody home. Wanna try they luck, they get fucked up and all you heard was ooh. Say hello to the little big homie, and your reality ain't realer than this, homie.
Okie dokie. Right. Okay. Messed that up completely. Off. That as well. Hold on, guys. Give us a sec. Come on, YouTube. Get your ass together. Where's the chat gone? Oh, there's the chat. God, it takes such a long time. Little boot. Oh, there we are. There we are. Well, I had 47 in today. I appreciate that, guys. 47. Thank you very much. Everyone that come in, massive shout out to you guys. On that note, I will see you Saturday. Have a great day. Till then, take care.